Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and
Yes.
clear.
Yeah. We'll start now. Om Shanti
Oops.
and a warm welcome to everyone joining us today on Zoom and YouTube Live. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
In today's fast-paced digital world, where notifications never stop and screens dominate our lives, finding peace amidst the pixel is a challenge. But what if I told you that the key to true digital wellness lies not in avoidance, but in mindful living? To guide us on this journey of mindful living in a digital world, we have with us an extraordinary personality, someone who has mastered the balance between technology and spirituality. It is my great pleasure to introduce BK SAURABH from Madhuban, Mount Abu. With respect to academic and professional excellence, BK SAURABH is a software developer by profession, holding bachelor's degree in computer application and postgraduate degree in value education and spirituality. Since 2010, he has been leading the team building Connect One, the in-house ERP application that efficiently manages the vast operation of Brahma Kumaris across 9,000 centers and 15,000 plus users. His expertise spans software development, resource planning, server management, and technical training. With respect to spatial achievement, his journey is nothing short of inspiration. Apart from being the technology expert, he is also NSC B certificate holder and a former NSC coordinator in college, a green belt holder in Taekwondo, proving
Taekwondo.
the discipline in both mental and physical, a topper in the prestigious Combined Defense Service exam, CDS, securing the #1 rank in India across all three wings of armed force, Navy, Army, and Air Force. With respect to spiritual service and contribution, beyond his technical acumen, BK SAURABH is a passionate advocate for digital wellness and value-based education. He has been a regular speaker at prestigious institutions like Punjab University, PGIMER, UBS, and PEC, conducted youth retreats, workshops, and awareness campaigns, empowering young minds to break free from digital addiction. Let Touch the Light school program instilling values in children from an early age, delivered transformative language on digital wellness, helping individuals use meditation as a tool to counteract the negative effects of excessive screen time. Well, why is today's session special? Because SAURABH doesn't talk about digital wellness, he lives it. His unique blend of technical expertise and spiritual wisdom makes him the perfect guide for today's topic. So, get ready to discover how conscious technology use, meditation, and value-based learning can transform your digital habits and bring inner peace in an overstimulated world. ज्ञान और तकनीक के संग जो नाता निभाए, मन को शांति, जीवन को दिशा दिखाए, डिजिटल दुनिया में जो रोशनी फैलाए, ध्यान और साधना का संदेश जो सबको बताए, आइए दिल से स्वागत करें हमारे आदरणीय वक्ता डीके सौरभ भाई जी का।
क्या बात
वेलकम
है,
भाई जी। ओम शांति।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, थैंक यू। अच्छा, लैंग्वेज में पूरा इंग्लिश, हिंदी, इंग्लिश, हिंदी कैसा चलेगा आपको? आई एम कंफर्टेबल विद एवरीथिंग।
स्वागत करें हमारे आदरणीय वक्ता डीके सौरभ भाई जी का।
क्या बात
वेलकम
है।
भाई जी। ओम शांति।
लैंग्वेज इज ओके, हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स या इंग्लिश पूरा? हाउ अबाउट दिस? चलिए शुरू करते हैं। तो वार्म वेलकम टू एवरीबॉडी। बहुत ही अच्छा टॉपिक है, और जैसे कि प्रभावती जी दीदी ने बोला, I will not talk about it. I will share my experiences about it. In my whole life, I have been working very closely on myself, my inner development. And this topic is nothing else but my own experiences of this area. I have been working in the field of software development for at least 20 years. Actually, on the funny side, I should not be giving this lecture to all of you because हम खुद अपने पेट पर लात मार रहे हैं। हमारी फील्ड है सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट, आईटी, बट उसकी कमियां आपसे शेयर करना, शेयरिंग द डाउनसाइड्स ऑफ माय प्रोफेशन मे नॉट बी वेरी प्रोफेशनल, बट इट इज मोर ह्यूमन, इट इज मोर value based, that we share the downsides of our profession, and more importantly, we share how to save yourself from all these things and be efficient at the same time. This is very important to understand one thing, that our lives are dictated by things around us. We cannot live in jungles. We have to meet people. We have to be professionally efficient. We have to work with everybody. At the same time, we need to take care of our inner self very, very closely. After some time, your profession may end, you may have a lot of money with you, but one thing that will stay with you always, that is your inner self. You may be very successful, you may be very rich, but at the end of the day, if you don't feel happy, if your relations are not good, it will ruin you from inside. There are people around the world who have succeeded a lot externally, but because they could not succeed internally, they feel that gap. There have been companies in the world, just like आपने नाम सुना होगा, Nokia, Canon. They could not keep pace with the changing pace of the world. They had been the top companies in the world at what time, but they could not keep pace with the things around them, and that is why they got decimated. So, in a competitive world, we have to work with whatever is there in front of us. And let me assure you, I am not going to talk about that you should not be using gadgets, you should be putting them at rest or some time of the day, or you should be avoiding using of gadgets. But more importantly, we will be talking about how to deal with them and how to make their effects less and less on your life. That is very important to understand. So let us start today's topic. So the more important thing I want to talk about is, firstly, we need to identify if there is an effect on our life or not. We live in a world of information. Wherever we go, whatever we do, we are faced by various things, various gadgets. रोज नई टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, रोज नई चीजें आती हैं आपके सामने, बट द वन थिंग वी नीड टू चेक इज, आपके स्क्रीन पे जो आपके सामने सिम्टम्स आ रहे हैं। मैं आपको अपना एक्सपीरियंस बताता हूँ, इन माय ओन एक्सपीरियंस, आफ्टर स्पेंडिंग 10 years into IT, I could not sleep well. I always used to keep on thinking, how can I do more and more things in one time? There was a multitasking mania. I used to forget things a lot. And in subtle, I started being very rude with people, irritated inside, and more importantly, I was not able to trust people. Now, on a lighter note, we will say सबके लाइफ में ये होता है, सबके लाइफ में ये सब कुछ चलता है. But what we need to understand one thing: what is causing this? What is happening within us? We need to understand. If you buy a scooter or a car, it is not working well. You need to take it to a mechanic, and the mechanic will tell you, okay, this is the thing which is going wrong with your machine. Similarly, in our lives, if we are having these kind of issues, earlier, if you go in a train, you will find people talking to each other. But now, if you go in a train or a bus or a plane, you will find everybody talking to one mobile screen. Now, what is the effect of all these things? We need to understand this. Is it affecting us? And more importantly, is it the right time to check its effect, or we let it happen and let it be too late? I used to get up at night. I used to keep a notepad at the side of my pillow. And whenever I got up, I will write down something. And I was sleep deprived because my mind was keep on going on, keep on going on. Why? Whenever I go to sleep, some notification will come, some ding dong will happen, and my sleep cycles were not getting completed. So, how to face all these things? We first need to understand how our mind works. Just like I told you how a particular machine works, very important to understand how your mind works and what are the areas that you need to focus and conserve. If we talk about mental health, we need to understand how our mind works, what our mind likes, what our mind does not like. This is very important to understand. First thing, our mind does not like continuous information. आपको मैं एक छोटी सी बात बता रहा हूँ, है तो हमारे प्रोफेशन के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, बट आपको बता देता हूँ. आपने कभी यूट्यूब में देखा है वो जब स्क्रॉल करते हैं वीडियोस, तो उसका कोई एंड नहीं होता है. आपने कभी इसका नोटिस किया हो? यूट्यूब में वीडियो स्क्रॉल करेंगे, उसका कोई एंड नहीं होता, इट जस्ट कीप्स ऑन स्क्रॉलिंग. व्हाई? इसका एक बहुत सटल साइकोलॉजिकल रीजन है. हम लोग जब प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते हैं तो ह्यूमन बीइंग्स की साइकोलॉजी को स्टडी करते हैं. ह्यूमन बीइंग को क्या पसंद है? कोई चीज शुरू हो और खत्म हो जाए और उसके बाद वो शांति से बैठ जाए. परंतु जितने भी गैजेट्स बनते हैं, all of them pay attention to one thing: there should not be any end. So you keep on coming back to them. You keep on coming back to them. But your mind likes, you start something, you complete it, and you leave it. This is very important for your mind. So if you are not able to put a full stop to whatever you are doing, your mind keeps on working on that thing, and that becomes a disease inside. Just like if you are digesting something, you are eating something, it has to be digested. You cannot keep on eating. It's very important. Second thing you need to understand is your mind likes to understand things. If you are getting information which you cannot understand, you just keep on getting information which you do not understand, your mind becomes weak. You need to understand the information that is relevant to you. Only that information should be consumed. If you are consuming information which is not relevant to you, it is going to overcrowd your mind and make a disease inside your mind. Second thing. Third thing, mind does not like interruptions. When you are concentrating, when you are learning something, when you are studying something, if your mind gets keep on interrupted, your mind will not be able to process things. This is very important. So three things: one end, one understanding, and one interruption. These three things are very important. Now, we live in a digital world. We cannot help it. We live in a digital world where a lot of digital information is being thrown on us. And 99% information is not good for us. 99%. But how to live in this world? This is very important, which we will understand. Digital wellness. I'm not saying digital wellness means you don't pick up a mobile at particular time of the day. Digital wellness is understand like this. If you eat something, it should get digested and it should create power within your body. Similarly, if you're taking information inside, it should get processed. Your mind should be able to process and batch and then close the thing. In short, this is digital wellness. If all the information that is coming to you are feeling like having 8 hands and you want to process all of them, mind it, you are doing something wrong. And how to fix it, that we will discuss today. So first of all, we need to understand what is the impact of digital consumption on your brain and thinking. One question I want to ask you. What is the one thing which is the single most important parameter of your mental health, your thinking processes? You may be very fast. Yeah, somebody's raising hands. Somebody wants to ask, and okay, peace. Okay. See, I'm not talking about your experience. I am talking about the parameter of your thinking, which you can define and say, okay, I am having a healthy thinking. Suppose you are reading a book. You read a lot, CAs read a lot. आपने एक लाइन पढ़ा. After reading one line, if you need to read it again 2 or 3 times to understand the meaning of that line, means there is something wrong. So there is one factor which we need to understand to keep in focus, that this is the one single most important parameter of health, mental health. If you are able to fix this, your whole digital wellness will be completely fine. I will ask you one question here. Yeah, analysis is a good answer. I will ask you one question here. In universities, schools, and colleges, they have a lecture of 45 minutes. Why is it so? You can write down your answers if you're not able to talk. Why is it so? We may
Attention
think it
span.
is okay, very good. Thank you. So you bingo on the same thing. Cambridge University and all the big universities of the world do very, very specific analysis on how much attention can be grabbed for the students, what is the optimum period of grabbing attention, and after that, the mind removes the attention automatically. So they design the periods, the duration of the period like that. Whatever is the attention span of a standard average individual, you will be shocked and you will be surprised if I tell you what is the standard average attention span of today's adult. Can you make any guesses? If you are
Not more
below,
than
okay,
20 minutes.
if you are below 60 seconds, you are crazy. Medically, you are crazy. If your attention span is less than 1 minute, you are medically crazy. You need a psychiatrist. So 35 seconds is, cannot be a true answer. But yes, it's very low. Any other guesses? 20 minutes, okay. Anybody else? So they have analyzed the whole progression of the society and they have found out, since we have been actively using gadgets, the current attention span is 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, your mind is interrupted. But if you want to go back to your concentration, you need 23 minutes. It means you are never at your highest concentration level. You keep on getting interrupted and you keep on getting lost. Earlier in Chandigarh, I went into a school. I gave a session on digital wellness. The professor of that school did not appreciate the session. One thing he appreciated hugely was सर आपके पूरे 60 मिनट्स के सेशन में एक भी बच्चे ने मोबाइल बाहर नहीं निकाला, ये बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है। सब बच्चे आपकी तरफ ध्यान से देख रहे थे, ये बहुत बड़ी अचीवमेंट है। क्योंकि उनके खुद के क्लासेस में होता है कि हर 2-3 मिनट के बाद बच्चा कोई ना कोई इधर देख रहा है, कोई ना कोई उधर देख रहा है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट phenomenon दे आर नॉट एबल टू लर्न बट दे आर ट्राइंग टू लर्न। सो आपको, इफ यू वांट टू मेक योरसेल्फ इंटरनली हेल्दी, एक पैरामीटर जिसका आपको ध्यान रखना है, दैट इज अटेंशन स्पैन। What is causing this attention span to decrease? You can see since the time of pagers, cell phone, email, and web, a decreasing level of attention span you can see. And this is not by me, this is by biggest universities in the world and the analysis they have made. अगर आप किसी भी चीज को पढ़ते देखते समय, if you are not able to hold your attention for 20, 25, 30, 40 minutes, then you need to pay attention that something is wrong in your life. Importance of attention span you need to understand. You may say, okay, I'm a very good at multitasking, I'm very good at doing this thing, you're doing that thing. Why is important attention span important? All the best thing in the world, art, science, discoveries, are result of attention span. If you do not pay attention to one thing for a long time, you cannot create good, excellent things. If you do not pay attention to one thing for a long time, you suppose in your family, आप एक सिनेरियो देखिए जहां आपके पेरेंट्स आपसे रोज मिलते हैं, आपके बच्चे आपसे रोज मिलते हैं, और आप उनको केवल 15 सेकंड का अटेंशन देते हैं। डू यू लाइक somebody who is sitting in front of you and continuously checking his phone? What do you feel when somebody is checking their phone in front of you? How do you feel? Left out, ignored? But can you see everybody around you facing the same thing? तो ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप्स के अंदर सबसे ज्यादा जिस चीज ने प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट किया है वो ये है कि हम एक दूसरे को देख नहीं रहे। मैं एक आपको साइकेट्रिक फैक्ट बताता हूं। द पीपल, द चिल्ड्रन इन अर्लियर एजेस डिड नॉट हैव एनी साइकेट्रिक प्रॉब्लम्स। व्हाई? बहुत छोटी सी बात है, बट आपको बहुत ध्यान में जाएगी। पेरेंट्स जब बच्चे को देखते हैं, ऐसे प्यार से देखते हैं, उसको निहारते हैं, उसको प्यार से उसकी तरफ अटेंशन देते हैं, एक बच्चे को ऐसा लगता है कि ही इज नीडेड। A small child. When you look at somebody for some continuous time, you win the trust of that person. But if you do not pay attention to something or somebody, your relations are ruined very badly. So what kind of things we are creating in our lives? We say कि हम अपने फैमिली के लिए ही तो कमा रहे हैं, but in the end हो क्या रहा है? This is very important. Thirdly, आप जिस चीज पे अटेंशन देते हैं वैसा आपका डेस्टिनी बन जाता है। If you are not able to pay attention to anything properly, your destiny will be similar. आपकी डेस्टिनी और कोई नहीं क्रिएट कर रहा है, कोई बाहर से आके आपकी डेस्टिनी क्रिएट नहीं कर रहा है, आप खुद अपनी डेस्टिनी क्रिएट कर रहे हैं। और उस डेस्टिनी क्रिएट करने में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर यही है, द अमाउंट ऑफ अटेंशन यू आर गिविंग टू एनीथिंग अराउंड यू। दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड। किसी भी एडिक्शन का, क्योंकि नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डिजिटाइजेशन एज एन एडिक्शन, any addiction has these four things: accessible, affordable, indulging, glamorous. मोबाइल्स को, गैजेट्स को आजकल सस्ते हो गए हैं, एक्सेसिबल है, कहीं भी बच्चों के भी हाथ में, इंडल्ज करते हैं। दे क्रिएट थिंग्स विच कीप ऑन इंडल्जिंग योर माइंड। इफ वी चेक the brain scans of a opium addict and an internet addict, they are exactly same. If you are consuming cocaine or if you are consuming internet for same period of time, your brain scans are exactly the same. Means you have the same symptoms of an addict in both. आपको थोड़े समय के लिए ये चीजें प्लेयर देती हैं, बट इन द एंड आप उनके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट बन जाते हैं। तो हमारे माइंड में जो सिक्रीशंस होती हैं, ब्रेन के अंदर जो सिक्रीशंस होती हैं, उसमें लेफ्ट साइड में डोपामीन है जो एडिक्टिव होती है, जो आपके गैजेट्स के यूज करने से सिक्रीट होता है। और राइट साइड में सेरोटोनिन है जो एडिक्टिव नहीं है बट अच्छे काम करने से सिक्रीट होता है, मेडिटेशन से सिक्रीट होता है। तो इन दोनों चीजों को अगर आप कंपेयर करेंगे अपनी लाइफ के अंदर, तो ये आपकी टेंडेंसीज को बिल्ड करता है। आपके लाइफ के अंदर जो टेंडेंसीज बिल्ड होती हैं, आप अंदर से जो क्रेविंग्स फील करते हैं, आपके ब्रेन में जो सिक्रीशंस होती हैं, सारा कुछ उससे ड्राइव होता है। तो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड how to control these secretions, how to manage these secretions, and how to manage everything around you. In the same manner, you are managing your work, you're managing your profession, you need to manage the amount of secretion of energy inside you. That is very important. So, what is the digital consumption is having an impact on your productivity? आपकी प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में क्या इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है, ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है समझना। जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया, यू रीडिंग समथिंग बट इट्स नॉट गोइंग इनसाइड। पहले के टाइम में बुक्स लिखी जाती थी 500-500 पेज की। आज हम जब वेब के ऊपर कोई आर्टिकल पब्लिश करते हैं, हमें क्या कहा जाता है, 100 वर्ड से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए। वाई? बिकॉज ऑल द पीपल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड दे आर हैविंग शैलो रीडिंग। आप खुद भी कभी किसी लॉ को भी पढ़ते हैं, आप देखिए आपका माइंड ऊपर ऊपर से स्किप करना शुरू कर देता है। ये टेंडेंसी हमारे माइंड में क्रिएट होती है, इसको कहते हैं शैलो रीडिंग, शैलो ऑब्जर्वेशन। आपने कभी ये फील किया है कि किसी व्यक्ति को आपने देखा, एक बार देखा, उसके बाद आपने एक जजमेंट बना ली, और बाद में जब आपने उस व्यक्ति को अप्रोच किया तो वो कुछ और ही निकला? ऐसा क्यों होता है? ऐसा इसलिए होता है क्योंकि हमारा माइंड किसी व्यक्ति को ऑब्जर्व करने का टाइम नहीं दे रहा है। आपके प्रोफेशन में, आपके क्लाइंट्स के साथ, आपके एकम्प्लिसेस के साथ, आपके को वर्कर्स के साथ, if you do not have a good rapport with them, if you do not have a good understanding with them, मेजॉरिटी प्रोजेक्ट्स आईटी कंपनीज में फेल होने का सबसे बड़ा रीजन ये है, टॉप मैनेजमेंट, मिडिल मैनेजमेंट, लोअर मैनेजमेंट, एग्जीक्यूटिव्स आपस में एक दूसरे को अंडरस्टैंड नहीं करते। इंफॉर्मेशन का फ्लो बहुत इंटरप्टेड है। वाई? एक सिनारियो देता हूं, एक रियल एग्जाम्पल अपने लाइफ का देता हूं। I was sleeping at night, and one of my hardware manager, the one of the most dangerous guys, he called me at night, 1 p.m. and he told me the most important hard disk in the world, where all the data is kept, crash हो गया. How will you feel? How will you feel? If the most important data of your organization is lost, how will you feel? Obviously, you will feel very bad. So that person was waiting for my response because I have been meditating for a long time. I kept quiet. I remembered God and I told him, okay, you take your time, you try to fix things. That person hung up. After 1 hour, 2 p.m., sorry, 2 a.m., he called me again. I picked up the phone and he was crying. जोर जोर से रो रहा है. I thought कि अब तो बिल्कुल ही गया, खत्म. After he subsided, I asked him, okay, what happened, brother? Why are you crying? He said, the data got recovered. I said, if the data got recovered, then why are you crying? He told me one very important lesson of my life. He said, whenever I do something wrong, people scold me, they do not listen to me, they do not give attention to my problems. And that is why I never fixed their problems. But when I talked to you, you paid attention to what I was saying, you tried to understand my problem, and you did not scold me. And that is why I gave my 100% and fixed the problem. Just think, by investing 5 minutes into a person, I am able to save my hard work of 15 years. People around you are not robots. They are human beings. If we do not motivate them, if we do not give them time, if we do not look at them, if we do not observe them, we cannot get good work done from them. This is the very basic principle of human beings, and we need to understand this. People are more productive and more important than gadgets. If you are sitting with your parents, if you're sitting with your children for 15 minutes a day, that is the biggest investment you can do rather than going to a psychiatrist in the end for your child. तो आपकी प्रोडक्टिविटी, इंटरनल प्रोडक्टिविटी के लिए, आपकी प्रोफेशनल प्रोडक्टिविटी के लिए, आपकी एकेडमिक प्रोडक्टिविटी के लिए भी ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आपका जो अटेंशन स्पैन है वो एक हेल्दी होना चाहिए. सेकेंडली, इसका एक एग्जांपल आपको दे रहा हूं. अगर आप एक बुक पढ़ रहे हैं तो आपका ब्रेन का बहुत छोटा एरिया यूज होता है. यू कैन सी द रेड एरिया. बट इफ यू आर सर्फिंग ऑनलाइन, आपके ब्रेन का बहुत सारा एरिया कंज्यूम होता है और इसी कारण आपको बहुत टायर्डनेस फील होती है, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट एबल टू कंज्यूम एंड गिव अटेंशन टू वन सिंगल थिंग. सो ये हमारी नेचर है इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी की. स्टिल वी कैन नॉट लीव इट, बट हाउ टू हैंडल दिस, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बट आई विल कंप्लीट द इम्पैक्ट्स फर्स्ट. डिजिटल कंजम्पशन, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, रिलेशंस एंड फैमिली के ऊपर इसका बहुत गहरा इम्पैक्ट है आजकल. डिप्रेशन इज वेरी कॉमन. Relationships are on their lowest. People are not able to sustain their marriages. Children are having psychiatric problems at the age of like 10 and 15. Heart problems are very common, all due to one common thing. अगर आप किसी को अटेंशन नहीं देते हो और आप उसका ट्रस्ट नहीं गेन करते हैं तो आपने उसको अटेंशन नहीं दिया, टाइम नहीं दिया. सिंपल सी बात है. अगर आप किसी को डांट लगा के काम करवा सकते हैं, आपको ऐसा लगता है, तो ये इम्पॉसिबल है. अगर आप किसी को एक मेल देख के काम पूरा कर सकते हैं तो ये इम्पॉसिबल है. वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग वेरी वेरी डीपली. अगर हम किसी के साथ अटेंशन नहीं देते हैं, इट विल ऑलवेज डिस्टरप्ट आवर कम्युनिकेशन. इट विल ऑलवेज मेक अस एंड अदर पीपल फील डिप्राइव्ड, नॉट बीइंग लव्ड, नॉट बीइंग केयर्ड. मैं आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछूं, वन अनदर क्वेश्चन इन द सेम फ्लो. Indians are best managers in the world, best managers. If you go and analyze the whole world, the companies, the institutions around the world, आपको टॉप पोजीशंस पे इंडियंस बैठे हुए दिखाई देंगे. ऐसा क्यों होता है? Anybody can tell? Why are Indians so successful around the world? जी भावेश भाई, आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं?
Om Shanti, sir.
Sure.
It might be because of they are apart from their work, they also look out with the social work as well as their family also.
That's true. मैं इसका एक एग्जांपल देता हूं जो मुझे सुनाया गया था. जब आप किसी ट्रेन में चढ़ते हैं, 8 लोगों की सीट है, 8 की 8 सीट ऑक्युपाइड है, और आप ट्रेन पे चढ़ते हैं, एक बेसिक इंडियन क्या करेगा? एक आम आदमी आपके लिए जगह बना के 9th आदमी को भी बिठा लेगा, राइट? ये इंडियन ट्रेडिशंस है. बट अगर आप फॉरेन में जाते हैं और 8 लोगों की सीट है, दे विल नॉट अकोमोडेट द 9th वन, क्योंकि उनका कल्चर वो चीज एजुकेट नहीं करता है. यही छोटी छोटी चीजें, व्हेन यू गो ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड यू अकोमोडेट पीपल वेरी नेचुरली, it becomes the biggest positive of your resume, that you accommodate people. And that is why they are good at professions and they are good at their families. They are good at their relationships. They are good at relationships with their employees. Understanding. एक psychological survey किया गया था. Those people which are best sports person, what are their common traits? आपने भी सुना होगा, MS धोनी कभी फोन ही नहीं रखता है. क्यों? because they are more into human interactions. They want to interact with people humanly. If you are more indulged in digital things, you are less able to give care and attention to people around you. अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं बनता है, और किसी भी चीज में एक्सेलेंस क्रिएट करने के लिए अंडरस्टैंडिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड डिप्रेशन एंड विड्रॉल टेंडेंसीज आती हैं आपके रिलेशनशिप्स के अंदर, आपके फैमिलीज के अंदर. अब ये मैंने आपको कुछ चीजें बताई जो आपके इंटरनल सेल्फ के ऊपर. एक्सटर्नल सेल्फ के ऊपर भी क्या आता है? सर्वाइकल बहुत कॉमन है आजकल. क्यों कॉमन है? क्योंकि ऐसा करके देखते रहते हैं. आप सिटिंग में भी बैठेंगे, आप कंप्यूटर पे काम करेंगे, लैपटॉप पे काम करेंगे, आपका जो गर्दन का पीछे वाला हिस्सा है, लोअर बैक है, अपर बैक है, इसमें बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं गैजेट्स के कारण. सेकेंडली, स्लीप के बहुत इश्यूज आते हैं, क्योंकि आपका जो गैजेट्स है उसमें ब्लू स्क्रीन होता है, ब्लू लाइट होता है. ब्लू लाइट क्यों डाली जाती है आपको समझना पड़ेगा. देयर आर साइकोलॉजिस्ट सिटिंग अराउंड द वर्ल्ड हु डिजाइन दिस गैजेट्स. जैसे ही आपके आईज को ब्लू लाइट मिलता है, वो एक्टिवेट हो जाता है, उसको लगता है दिन हो गया और नींद टल जाती है. तो अगर आपको रात को नींद आ रही है और आपने 1 मिनट के लिए मोबाइल उठा के देख लिया, आपके माइंड को मैसेज जाएगा कि अब सोने का टाइम नहीं है, एंड गॉन. वो ब्लू लाइट आपके मोबाइल में इसीलिए डाला गया है बिकॉज यू शुड नॉट बी एबल टू स्लीप एंड यू शुड बी एबल टू गिव अटेंशन. सो दीज आर सम बेसिक थिंग्स. Little depressing. I don't want to depress you too much, but now we will come to solutions. And this is very important. I will not talk only about the problem because my expertise, my understanding is based on solutions, what I have experienced in my own life. Now I am able to meditate 6 to 8 hours a day if I want to. I am able to manage my time. I am able to manage my family. I am able to manage my work, and I am able to manage my relationships. But by doing what? So this thing is very important part. We need to understand what is the root of any addiction, how addictions happen. We are souls. We are not human beings. We are souls. We are consciousness within this body. We are operating this body. We are using this body to deal and interact with people. Now, what is the source of the various feelings that are being generated within us? I will give you one small example. If you are having a very good day, if you are feeling very good, if you are having very good relationships, then you check. You will not feel the urge of having any addiction at all. If you consume tea, coffee, cigarette, alcohol, anything addictive, just observe yourself. When you are very happy, you don't feel the urge. But when you are not happy, you are feeling irritated, you will feel the urge to consume it more and more, more and more. Why? There is a principle working behind this. We need to understand this principle. The principle says, what is soul made up of? Soul is made up of peace, love, happiness, purity, power, knowledge. Just like your body is made up of 85% water. Why do you feel thirsty? Because the water in your body is consumed. You need more water. You feel dehydrated. And that is why you consume water. Similarly is about soul. Soul is made up of these things. If the soul is not able to experience this thing from inside, the soul will start consuming from outside. This is very important. If you don't feel it inside, you will start consuming from outside. So if we need to understand what is going within us, very important to understand that soul has 4 stages. A soul is capable of creating peace, love, happiness within itself. That is called the first stage of productivity. You can produce happiness. You can produce peace. You can produce love from inside. But if you are not able to produce it, what is the second stage? In the second stage, you start giving and taking. Suppose you give love to somebody and the person in front of you is not giving it back. Will you give him? Will you give love to them? If you are in the producer stage, you will keep on giving love, just like a mother, just like a very good friend. If you have a very good relationship, you give this love to others even when the other person is not giving. But when you are not having very good relationships, you keep this equation, जितना उसने दिया उतना मैं दूंगा, जितना सामने वाले ने किया उतना मैं करूंगा. ये एक लोअर स्टेज है. हायर स्टेज क्या है? मुझे ये नहीं सोचना सामने वाले ने क्या दिया, मुझे देना है. दिस इज इन्वेस्टमेंट, highest returning investment when you give love, peace, happiness, care to people around you. Third stage, consumption. When you are low on the energy, when you are low on the love, peace, happiness, you start consuming from outside. You look for consuming from outside. And here the gadgets come into the picture. And fourth stage, if you go even lower than that, you will snatch from people. You will snatch from others. These are the four stages of soul. And soul is capable of all four stages. What to do? What to do? Now let us come to this section of our presentation, the most important section of presentation. You may be knowing all these things before, but now with my experience, I need to tell you the solutions. The solution lies in fixing the machinery rather than fixing the parameters. Suppose you are feeling irritated. You watch a movie, you feel okay. You think you have fixed the problem. But why did you get irritated in the first place? What was wrong within your machinery that caused irritation? If you consume one movie now, just like cocaine, next time you have to see 2, then 3, then 5. And maybe after that, you still don't feel the same because it gives you diminishing results. Any addiction is prone to giving diminishing results. So how do you get rid of it? So to get rid of it, first of all, I will not lecture about ये खराब है, वो खराब है, ऐसा खराब है, because if I tell you, ये आपका प्रॉब्लम बढ़ाएगा. अगर आपको मैं एक प्रॉब्लम बता दूं कि पानी पीने से पेट में प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है, एंड आई डोंट टेल यू द सॉल्यूशन, तो आपका प्रॉब्लम बढ़ेगा. बट आपके आसपास के सभी लोग क्या कह रहे हैं? नहीं नहीं, डिजिटल से बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है, गैजेट से बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है. अरे भाई, सॉल्यूशन भी तो बताओ. सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिलने के कारण यू फील मोर एंड मोर एंड मोर कंसर्न्ड अबाउट यूजिंग डिजिटल थिंग्स. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम इन यूजिंग डिजिटल थिंग्स. आई गिव यू इन रिटर्न. But you need to take care of your inner self. If you are able to take care of your inner self, there is absolutely no problem in using gadgets. I guarantee you. How you take care of inner self? That is important. So, to take care of inner self, 3 A's. The solution lies in 3 A's. Awareness, alternative, acceptance, or ambition. You can say ambition. The first A, if your mind is trying to escape, psychology में एक term होता है escape psychology. Whenever you do not feel good about anything, your mind escapes from there. If you are sitting in a room, you are talking to people, but your mind does not like being there, it will escape. And that is called attention. Your attention will get escaped. If you are in a room and if you are working on something, but you do not like working on it, if you do not like people whom with you are there, your mind will escape. It is natural for your mind. Why? Because your mind is looking for something good. Your mind is trained for that. If you are not feeling good, Your mind will go someplace else where it can find the feeling of feeling good. So do not misunderstand your mind, rather pay attention. आप जब शाम को घर जाते हैं, rather than scolding yourself or feeling guilty about क्यों मैं कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर पा रहा, क्यों मैं कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर पा रहा, आपका माइंड आपको एक मैसेज दे रहा है. उस मैसेज को ध्यान से सुनिए. जब आपका माइंड ये कह रहा है कि मैं अटेंशन पे नहीं कर पा रहा या मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी क्लियर इंडिकेशन फ्रॉम योर माइंड समथिंग इज रॉन्ग. डू नॉट फोर्स योर माइंड. कंसिडर इट एज अ चाइल्ड. Consider it as a very, very loving child who is very faithful to you, and listen to it. Write it down, whatever your mind is telling you. Pay attention to yourself and just observe what is your mind telling you. This is the most important information you can have in your life. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner self. Pay attention to that. आपके लाइफ में जितने भी प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगे, मैं आपको एक्सपीरियंस से बताता हूं, देयर इज वन फ्रेंड हु विल ऑलवेज टेक यू अक्रॉस, and that is your conscience. If you have a healthy conscience, nothing in the world can make you defeated. But if your conscience is bad, guilty, debt ridden, then nobody can help you. So escape psychology को समझना है, अपने साथ ऑनेस्ट बनना है, अपनी कॉन्शियंस को बेटर करना है. ऑल्टरनेटिव क्या है? ना यू विल से क्या करें, काम तो करना ही है. अगर कोई व्यक्ति, इफ समबडी इज बीइंग रूड टू अस, क्या करें? उठ के थोड़ा चले जाए वहां से. ऑल्टरनेटिव इज देयर. योर माइंड इज सो पावरफुल दैट इफ यू आर टॉकिंग टू अ पर्सन हु इज रूड, यू कैन चेंज देयर बिहेवियर. आई गिव यू अ स्मॉल एक्सरसाइज, वेरी स्मॉल एक्सरसाइज. 1 मिनट के लिए सीधे होके बैठिए और अपने माइंड में एक व्यक्ति, वन पर्सन, ब्रिंग वन पर्सन टू योर माइंड हु यू डू नॉट लाइक एट ऑल, हु इज वेरी बैड टू यू, हु यू डू नॉट लाइक टू लुक एट ऑल. 1 सेकेंड के लिए, 1 मिनट के लिए उसको अपने माइंड में लाइए. एवरीबडी इज एबल टू सी? नाउ you can open your eyes. Do you want to do some magic? Do you want to experience magic in your life? Okay, I will tell you a magic. Do you want this person to be grateful, thankful, and very, very friendly with you, without you calling him, without you being friendly to him, without you being apologetic to him? There is magic. आप करके देखिएगा. आप एक कॉपी लीजिए, पेन लीजिए, एवरी डे राइट डाउन one quality of that person. Every single day. Just one quality of that person. Write it down. You need not call them, you need not approach them. Just on your paper, write down one quality of that person. And you will see within 15 days, your relationship with that person will be completely changed. Completely changed. This is very basic meditation where you mindfully create positive things within you. Raj Yoga meditation is in that category, where you use meditation to recharge your internal battery, to feel the peace, to create that peace within you, to create a different image of the person and the work and the things that are there in your life, and experience a different perspective. Meditation clears the clutter within your mind, refines the thoughts within your mind, and makes you more empowered. Secondly, it slows down your mind. आप कभी किसी से बात करते हैं, गुस्से में कुछ बोल दिया, उसके बाद आप सोचते हैं ना, आई शुड नॉट हैव सेड दिस. because your mind is very fast. But meditation slows down your mind. And when mind slows down, it is able to respond properly. You think and then respond. Meditation creates this gap between your thoughts. Third thing, there is lot of negative within us. Lots and lots of negatives are stored within us. That has to be diluted. Meditation dilutes this inner negative that has been there in our life from the past also, not from your day-to-day life, from your past also. Third thing is ambition, self-respect, very important thing. I told you the one person who is there in your life, who is always by your side and will always make you succeed is yourself. If आप में से किसी ने एक्सपीरियंस किया है कि whenever you need the confidence the most, your inner self starts criticizing you, उल्टा पुल्टा बोलना शुरू हो जाता है। आप एक स्टेज पर चढ़े, आप पोडियम के सामने गए और आपके माइंड में उल्टे उल्टे संकल्प आने शुरू हो गए। होता है ऐसा? जब आपको सबसे ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस की जरूरत है तब आपका माइंड सबसे ज्यादा कचरा निकालता है। होता है ऐसा? क्यों होता है? क्योंकि आपका माइंड आपके साथ उसी भाषा में बात करता है जिस भाषा में आप खुद अपने साथ बात करते हैं। अगर आप अपने आप को क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, अपने आप को गिल्टी फील करवाते हैं, अपने बारे में बुरी बुरी बातें बोलते हैं, अपनी लैक ऑफ क्वालिटीज को रिपीट करते हैं मन के अंदर, तो वही चीज हमारा मन स्टोर करता है और थोड़ी देर के बाद वही सुनाना शुरू कर देता है। जैसे आप किसी और के साथ बात करते हुए ध्यान देते हैं, यू आर कॉशियस वाइल टॉकिंग टू अदर्स, you should be very cautious talking to yourself. What you are saying to yourself, the language you are using, the tone you are using, even the content you are using. If you start respecting yourself, if you start motivating yourself, if you start giving positive inputs to yourself throughout the day, you will not feel addicted about anything at all. This is my personal experience throughout my life. एक चीज सीख लीजिए बस, अपने आप के साथ अपनी कोई भी कमी डिस्कस नहीं करनी। दिस इज द बिगेस्ट इल्यूशन कि अगर आप सोचें कि हम अपनी कमियों को सोच के उनको ठीक करते हैं। नो, ऑलवेज थिंक अबाउट द क्वालिटीज, ऑलवेज रिवाइज योर क्वालिटीज, ऑलवेज रिवाइज अदर पीपल्स क्वालिटीज। कर सकते हैं? कर सकते हैं? मैं आपसे एक लास्ट में एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं एंड आई विल कंक्लूड। आपसे जब कोई गलती होती है तो आप क्या चाहते हैं? आप अपने आसपास के लोगों से क्या चाहते हैं? व्हाट डू यू वांट? वेरी नेचुरली यू वांट अदर पीपल शुड अंडरस्टैंड यू, राइट? राइट? यू वांट अदर्स शुड अंडरस्टैंड। गलती हो जाती है, कोई बात नहीं, राइट? बट जब दूसरों से गलती होती है, जब हमारे आसपास वालों से गलती होती है, देन व्हाट वी डू वी अंडरस्टैंड देम? डू वी ट्रीट देयर मिस्टेक्स लाइक ओके? डू वी फील द सेम अबाउट देम? व्हाई? डू वी give respect to people? We do not respect people because we feel they will take advantage of our respect, right? फायदा उठाएंगे हमारी रिस्पेक्ट का। आप अपने आप से पूछिए, जब आपको कोई रिस्पेक्ट देता है तो आप फायदा उठाते हैं या आपको अच्छा लगता है और ही ट्रस्टवर्दी हो जाते हैं? बट रिवर्स, जब हम दूसरे को रिस्पेक्ट दे रहे हैं तो हमारे मन में क्या आता है? नहीं नहीं, ज्यादा रिस्पेक्ट नहीं देना, सिर चढ़ जाएंगे। So all these things which are there in our mind, these creates these old belief systems, these are challenged in meditation and fixed. Positivity is not easy to hold in mind, but the power given by meditation allows it to hold this positivity within us. And we produce happiness, peace, and independence by the use of meditation. You cannot do it without meditation. You may have good thoughts, but you will not have the power to sustain these good thoughts. So, thanks a lot. And these three things always remember: awareness, alternative, ambition. If you create these things in your life, you will be able to use any gadget without any problem. Just give time to these two things: alternatives, meditation, and ambition, self talk. So, we will do some small meditation for 5 minutes. I think we have 5 minutes we will have. I have overshot the time, but it's okay. We'll सीधे होके बैठ जाइए. Just feel your mind is withdrawn. Withdraw yourself from everything around you. Very slowly, very gently, bring your focus back to yourself. A beautiful point of light within your forehead. Just feel this energy that is flowing like a point of beautiful light. Very beautiful energy flowing from middle of your forehead. This energy is getting secreted from my forehead inside my whole face, flowing like a water, calming energy, beautiful, peaceful energy flowing into my arms, my stomach, into my legs. Now this energy is flowing from the middle of my forehead like a beautiful star of light and into my whole body like a flowing river of peace. I can experience this beautiful flow of peace and happiness within me. God, the Supreme Soul, another point of beautiful light in front of me. Beautiful shower of peace is flowing from that point of divine light in front of me into the soul in center of my forehead. I can feel a beautiful energy coming inside me. Very powerful energy, a very beautiful and empowering energy is entering my body. Feel the depth of this powerful vibration. Let it flow throughout your whole body. Experience the peace within it. This energy is empowering me from inside. This energy is allowing me to create beautiful thoughts. Relax and congratulate yourself. You are a beautiful soul. You have done great things. You are going to do great things. Your mind is very pure and clean. Your relations are very good. Everybody is satisfied with you. Everybody is very happy with you. I see positives in everybody around me. This is my investment. Just feel this deeply. Everything can be improved. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you so much.
Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, SAURABH, for your time, for your knowledge, and the light you have shared with us today. On behalf of everyone present here today, I extend my deepest gratitude to BK SAURABH for sharing his invaluable insights on mindful living in a digital world.
Thank you so much. There's some questions.
I can't see any question here, sir.
I think two of them are there
Two of them.
in the question section. One brother is, Namita ji has asked, I don't criticize myself, but still I am addicted to scrolling. Yes. Criticism is not the only form of negative. There are hundreds of negatives around us. The basic thing is, whenever your energy is getting drained, it may get drained due to a relationship at your home. It may get drained due to some other negative thought in your mind. Meditation helps you to identify this negative thought and then fix it. In a normal course of day, you may not be able to find out what is causing your energy to be drained. But when you are sitting in meditation, you learn meditation. Brahma Kumaris teach free meditation. If you learn meditation, you will be able to identify the source of this drainage of energy, and then you will be able to fix it. And the second question, I think, is I hope, Namita ji, your answer is given. You need to ask anything else about this. Okay, Dhara ji, आप तो बोल सकते हैं. I think you are live, so you can ask if you want to.
हाँ जी। हाँ, तो ऐसा है कि जैसे कॉर्पोरेट में हम अक्रॉस टीम्स काम करते हैं, तो पहले हम लोगों के साथ शांति से टाइम देते हैं उनको कि चलो आप ठीक है अपने हिसाब से कर लो काम, कोई बात नहीं. We do it 3 times, 4 times, then people don't work, and then we have to be hard on them, which I don't like. हमारा उसमें माइंड हमारा भी खराब होता है, बट हाउ टू डील विद सच.
दारा जी, सिंपल क्वेश्चन आपसे ये है, जब कोई दूसरा व्यक्ति आपसे डील करता है, आपको 2-3 बार बोल देता है और आप नहीं ठीक से कर पा रहे होते, तो आपको क्या पसंद आता है?
मुझे कुछ डिफिकल्टी आस्क टू देम कि मैं यहाँ पे अटक रही हूँ, एक दो बार
हाँ
मैंने अपने से ट्राई किया, नहीं हो रहा है। नाउ यू प्रोवाइड मी कि मैं फर्दर कहाँ पे रीच आउट कर सकती हूँ और हाउ आई कैन सॉल्व दिस।
अच्छा
तो
धारा
मैं
जी मैं
उनको
इसका
भी बोलती हूँ
जी
कि आप
वेरी नाइस।
मुझे, हाँ, कि आप मुझे कुछ क्वेरीज है तो बताओ, वी विल सॉल्व इट टुगेदर। फिर आप उस चीज को लेके बैठे मत रहो बस।
अच्छा धारा जी एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ आपसे। जब आपने फिजिकली किसी व्यक्ति को मुंह से कुछ बोला, दिस इज द ओनली कम्युनिकेशन यू आर हैविंग?
ईमेल्स है, देन मीटिंग्स है, कॉल, यस,
अच्छा
वर्बल बात है।
आप अपने घर में बैठे हैं और आपको एक थॉट आता है, यू डोंट फील वेरी गुड अबाउट अ पर्सन, हाउ डू यू गेट दैट थॉट? थोड़ा आप नेट पे सर्च कीजिएगा टेलीपैथी।
हाँ, आई नो टेलीपैथी
whenever
एंड
you
वाइब
create
वाइब्रेशंस।
whenever you create a thought about anybody, it reaches. सो जब हम ये कहते हैं कि मैंने इसको एक बार बोला, दो बार बोला, नहीं किया, ऐसा नहीं है। उससे पहले हमारे हंड्रेड्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन यहाँ हो गए। तो अगर आपको किसी को हेल्प करना है तो सबसे बड़ा हेल्प किसी भी व्यक्ति के लिए एक चीज है, अप्रिशिएट देम इंटरनली। इंटरनली उनके लिए ये थॉट क्रिएट कीजिए कि ये कर लेंगे, इनसे हो जाएगा। हमारे यहाँ एक चीज सिखाई जाती है, इफ अ पर्सन इज वीक and you create a thought that this person is strong, you are helping them. आप थोड़ा सा ये कोशिश करके देखिए, इन मेडिटेशन वी डू दिस वेरी डीपली। इंटरनली दूसरों को अप्रिशिएट करना स्टार्ट कीजिए एंड ये पिक्चर क्रिएट कीजिए कि ये हो जाएगा, ये कर लेंगे। मैंने आपको एक्सपीरियंस सुना है ना, वो बंदा रात को मुझे 1 बजे फोन कर रहा है कि था हार्ड डिस्क गई, और मैं पिक्चर क्या क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ, ये ठीक कर देगा। एंड ही इज टेलिंग हिज एक्सपीरियंस कि उसने पता मुझे और क्या बोला, कहता अगर आपने मुझे डांटा होता, मैं ठीक कर भी सकता हूं ना, मैं नहीं करता।
सही है।
क्योंकि बंदा अंदर से काम किस लिए करता है, व्यक्ति किस लिए काम करता है, टू फील गुड। और वो फीलिंग गुड तभी आती है जब हम दूसरों के लिए अच्छे विचार क्रिएट करते हैं। दिस इज द बिगेस्ट हेल्प वी कैन गिव टू एनीबॉडी, जस्ट अप्रिशिएट देम इनसाइड। और 1 मिनट में नहीं होगा। मैं आपको एक और बात पूछूं, आप किसी व्यक्ति के साथ बहुत अच्छा बिहेवियर करते हैं, बहुत बुरा बिहेवियर करते हैं, और एक दिन अच्छा करना शुरू कर देते हैं, व्हाट विल द अदर पर्सन थिंक?
ठीक है, इस
आज
बार
इसका
कर
मूड
दिया।
ठीक नहीं, इसका
हाँ,
मूड ठीक होगा। फिर दूसरी बार करें तो क्या सोचेगा, इसको कुछ काम होगा। फिर तीसरी बार करेंगे तो क्या सोचेगा, कुछ ना कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। पीपल नीड कंसिस्टेंट एप्रिसिएशन। इफ यू कीप ऑन डूइंग पॉजिटिव विद पीपल, देन दे स्टार्ट रिस्पॉन्डिंग। फर्स्ट या सेकंड टाइम में नहीं होता है, इट्स अ इन्वेस्टमेंट। ओके।
दूसरा, जैसे हम बुक्स आजकल सॉफ्ट कॉपीज में भी बुक्स पढ़ते हैं, मोबाइल पे है या लैपटॉप्स पे है। हाउ गुड इट, आई मीन,
इफ यू कैन अवॉइड यू शुड अवॉइड, बट इफ यू कैन नॉट अवॉइड, मैं मेरा प्रिंसिपल ये है, अपने आप को एम्पावर कीजिए, ये सब कुछ टेक केयर हो जाता है। मेरा प्रिंसिपल ये है, आई डू नॉट से कि अवॉइड करो, मैं कहता हूँ कर सकते हो कर लो, नहीं कर सकते मत करो। अपने आप को एम्पावर ज्यादा करो। अपने आप को एम्पावर करेंगे, छोटा मोटा हैंडल हो जाता है, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं।
थैंक
थैंक यू। एनीबडी एल्स? सीम्स ओके।
नमिता जी का क्वेश्चन है, हाउ टू डू हाउ डू you get feedback to someone if they keep doing mistakes?
Okay, how to give feedback? This is very good. This is very good actually. This is an excellent question. Whenever you talk to somebody specifically about their mistakes, do not tell them. Do not tell them until and unless they are in the state of self-respect. First of all, just like you are getting injection, na? So before getting injection, what you do? You put some spirit, you clean that area, and then slowly you inject. Similarly, if you want to give corrections to somebody, first of all, talk nicely to them. Appreciate them for the actual qualities. Don't butter them because they will find out. Do not butter anybody, but always think about their qualities. Tell them their qualities Once they are stable in their qualities, then give this small improvement. Okay, ये थोड़ा सा ये भी ठीक कर लो बस, और आप बहुत अच्छे हैं. When you talk like this, they will appreciate and they will accept. सीधा कभी नहीं बोलना चाहिए. Okay?
विपिन भाई जी का क्वेश्चन है
जी.
if
किनका?
you all विपिन भाई, विपिन मुद्रा जी,
If they are here, they can speak also.
विपिन भाई,
Or,
can you
or it's okay,
unmute?
you can.
हाँ सौरभ भाई, हेलो, गुड
Hello,
आफ्टरनून.
sir. Good morning.
नहीं, क्वेश्चन ये है कि समटाइम व्हेन यू गिव ओनली गुड विशेष और इग्नोर मिस्टेक्स रिपीटेडली, योर टीममेट्स एंड कलीग्स टेक यू ग्रांटेड. सो हाउ टू बैलेंस इट?
Vipin bhai, there is a third thing which I can say about you because you are a very experienced BK. We need to consider karmic accounts. If you are being positive to somebody and the other person is not responding to it, then you need to go back and understand in depth what is the story of that person. Now, this is a PhD question. I don't know everybody else is in the same category or not. But when somebody is taking you for granted, it means the vibration emanating from you is not of the highest positive level. Why is it not so? Because we are having some past karmic accounts. To settle these past karmic accounts, we need to use knowledge. So suppose somebody is not in the right state of mind to understand your thing, you can take action. Nothing wrong about it. You can take action. But in that action also, you should not be revengeful. If you are removing somebody from your company, if you are changing somebody's duties, if you are removing their salary or decreasing their salary, that's okay. But do not be internally revengeful about it. Just feel this is something you are doing to make that person efficient, to make that person powerful. Don't change your feelings about that person. Do whatever you want to do to discipline them. That's not a problem. But don't change your feelings. Okay?
Yes, perfect. Thank you, Sauravh bhai. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. One brother was
Now,
raising his hand. I can see him. Samsung SM something something. Yes, yes, please.
Yes,
You
Bansal
can
sir.
say.
Bansal sir, you can unmute and talk to SAURABH bhai. Hello.
Yeah, you are not. You are
Yeah,
still muted.
yeah.
Maybe
Hello.
the admin can do this.
I think SAURABH bhai, you can do something.
I can do. Okay. Let me just check. SM, yes. Ask to unmute. It's not us. It's not allowing me to unmute. It's just saying ask to unmute. I've done that. Samsung
Hello.
SM A315, you
Here's
can
TN
unmute
Bansal.
and
Here's
yeah.
Bansal sir.
Okay. Somebody else can ask in the meanwhile.
Yeah.
Bhavesh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bhavesh ji, हाँ.
सर, जो लास्ट में एक बताया कि आर्ट ऑफ सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट
Self
वाला
up.
जो, या आई एम इनटू दैट पर्टिकुलर फेज एज ऑफ नाउ इन माय लाइफ. तो उस पे आप थोड़ा लाइक सेल्फ में कैसे उस पे वर्क करता हूँ, आप मुझे प्लीज उसके रिलेटेड अगर मे बी वो कुछ ऐसा एक्सेस मिल सके.
हाँ, Bhavesh bhai, you do meditation?
Not
Okay.
oftenly.
So not often. So you can, first of all, you can start doing meditation. And secondly, when you're talking to yourself, there are two things. First thing is about what you do currently. You should be positive about them. And secondly, if you have done something in the past which is wrong, which you understand it is wrong,
Yeah.
you need to forgive yourself. You need to be very kind with yourself. You may fix it in person. You can do something good to fix that bad you have done. There is nothing wrong in that. But you need to forgive yourself very deeply. You need to make a new starting. You need to start investing in good things. You need to tell yourself whatever happened in past is past. From now, from today, I will be very positive and very honest. Okay.
Thank you.
Even after feeling positive, it will take some time to change your actions. Be okay
Yeah.
about it. It's okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please. आपने जो हैंड रेज किया आप बोल सकते हैं प्लीज. हाँ जी, सैमसंग SMA बोल सकते हैं आप.
I want to put a question.
Yes, sir.
I am TN Bansal, Chartered Accountant from New Bombay.
Welcome, sir.
We all talk about the peace of mind, but how to maintain that balance of mind to attain that peace? Because in day-to-day life, we are all professional people. It's very difficult to keep the calm all the time. So it's a difficult situation we experience in day-to-day working. So
Very
how to
good.
maintain that and how to improve it?
Excellent question, sir. Excellent question. I will give you few small tips. First of all, we need to understand that we are human beings. We are emotional beings. We need to accept that we are emotional beings. There are financial needs. There are emotional needs. Once we are able to balance between both of them, you may take care of your finances. There's nothing wrong about it. But if you are taking care of your finances by doing anything which is wrong, it will hurt you from inside.
Correct.
It will create problems in your inside. It will bring
Very
diseases
correct.
in your life. It will bring diseases in your mind. It will bring diseases in your children. Have faith in positivity and honesty and invest in that.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, brother, from my experience, I was a very having a very difficult family. But just by investing in my honesty and positivity, I was able to get rid of all the problems in my life.
That's right.
So just keep on investing positivity around you and use honesty as a tool, and your finances will never have a problem.
Thank you,
Actually,
sir.
your finances will improve. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anybody else? Maybe we can complete.
I want to know. Since many days I want to start meditation. So how can I start meditating?
Brahma Kumaris centers are across India. You can go to brahmakumaris.com and there you can see what is the latest, which is the nearest center around you. You can go there, you can call them and have an appointment. Even without appointment, you can go. These courses are free of cost. We just teach meditation for the whole humanity to be positive and peaceful. So you can go to any of the local centers and learn meditation there. You can ask Prabhavati ji also, she will guide you.
We have given the number on the screen. In the comment, you can take my number from there, or else you can message me personally. I'll guide you. Yeah, I can guide you location wise. No problem.
Thank you.
Dharadi, you have a very good vibration. I can feel it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Shall we conclude?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, brother. Om Shanti, everyone. Thank you, SAURABH, for your time, for your knowledge, and the light you have shared with us today. On behalf of everyone present here, I extend my deepest gratitude to BK SAURABH for sharing his invaluable insights on mindful living in digital world. In today's fast-paced, screen-dominated life, your wisdom has shown us how to embrace technology mindfully without letting it overpower our inner peace. Your blend of technology, technical expertise, spiritual depth, and the practical guidance has truly enlightened us. You have beautifully explained how to live in digital world where 99% of information is a waste information. Impact of digital consumption on your brain and thinking. Our mind gets interrupted every 3 minutes. This is what I learned for the first time. Impact of digital consumption on our productivity. Art of self-talk and self-respect. Our tone and the content what we consume. And at last, with a beautiful meditation, you concluded. Well, your words have not just informed us, but inspired us to take charge of our digital habits and use meditation as a tool for balance and well-being. Well, thank you once again for your time and the light you have showed and shared with us. We look forward to implementing these learnings in our daily life and hope to hear from you again soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a nice day to everybody. Be happy, be contented.